Hey guys, Houndoomed here, coming at you once again with another episode of Pokémon Black 2. On the last episode, we explored Nimbasa City, as well as Anvil Town and the gear station. On this episode, we're going to be heading on east to Route 16. Just quickly though, you're going to want to talk to this guy, and yeah, he'll give you the Macho Brace. Macho man. No, he will give you the Macho Brace, which doubles EV gain for your Pokemon, but it decreases speed for while it's equipped. It won't do it fully, but just it's not permanent. It's only while it's equipped. Okay, so Route 16. Hank here has a Drillbur, level 25. Nothing too special, but the levels are slowly creeping up. Of course, if you've already been to the Desert Resort and fully explored there, your levels will probably be a little higher than mine at the moment. But I'll be doing the Desert Resort in the next episode. Alright, so I think it's this spot. It's somewhere. There we go. Here is a Yancey call, so do keep that in mind. Hi, is this Sean? Wow, so you're a boy, Sean? It's annoying that we can't see each other, right? Just so you know, I'm a girl. Teehee. Oops, my colleague is calling me. I have to get back to work. Talk to you again. Goodbye. Bye-bye, Yancey. Yeah, we're fine. I love these cyclists, right? If you hold B while they're around you, they suddenly speed up. So like when you're running, they try and catch up with you. But what's kind of weird is, whoops, if you go on your bike, they don't speed up. They only speed up when you hold B. I don't know why they did that, but hey. Let's fight him anyway. Hello, hello. When I'm riding my bicycle, don't you think I look stronger? I guess you could say that, maybe. Hector has a Tranquil. Level 25. Wrong match up here, but it's fine. Hopefully Air Cutter won't do too much. Ooh. Yeah, critical hit, I thought so. Oh. Okay, well, looks like you're going to be going down, Conga. Oh, okay, maybe not. Awesome. Down the Tranquil goes. And up to level 27. Oh, 100 hit points already. Nice. And Krusty Krab's level 25. Good, good, good. Okay. So we have a double battle up there. I think we're going to go for Krusty Krab and Ignite. Why the heck not? I think these two have Scraggies. I think. Okay, tomorrow will be a home run. Baseball and Pokemon battles are dramas that don't need scripts. Alright. Stu and Art. Nice. Nice. Okay, so yep, they have Scraggies. Let's go for Bug Bite and Flame Burst. We'll just target one for now. Can it take it out? Good. Down goes Dirt Pants over there. Brick Break, this could hurt. Ouch. Haha, Flame Body. Take that. Alright, let's just go for another Bug Bite and another Flame Burst. Okay, down it goes. We lost. Time to walk off. Farewell, you won. It's a very weird way to say that, but okay. Oh, hello. Get back here. Here we go. Ting-a-ling-ling, full speed attack coming your way. Alright, go for it. Please do. Crissa. There's a Whirlipede. This is a fine matchup. Okay, so let's go for Smackdown. 2-hit KO, it's fine. Can't wait for Rock Slide. I think it's level 28. It's either 28 or 29, I can't remember. Okay, so we have some new Pokemon on this route. As you can see, there's a strength boulder there. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to pause for the Pokemon reviews, as I normally do. But while I'm off screen, I will just go get a Pokemon that can learn strength, because I don't think there are any on this route. So, while I do Pokemon reviews, I'll get a Pokemon with strength. See you in a sec. One of the new Pokemon you can find on Route 16 is Gothita. Gothita is a psychic type and can have the ability Frisk, with Shadow Tag as a hidden ability. It can be found on routes 5 and 16, as well as the Strange House in Black 2 and White 2, but it's only found in Black and Black 2. So if you want one in White or White 2, you're going to have to trade. When looking at Gothita's stats, you can see that it is fairly defensive, having relatively good defences and decent special attack. It is also relatively fast for an unevolved Pokemon, which is good because it does take a while to evolve, but at level 32 it will evolve into Gothorita, which can be found on Route 9 in Black and Black 2, as well as the Strange House in Black 2. But again, you need to trade in White 2 and White 1. It gets a lot more juice into its defensive stats particularly, as well as its special attack, getting very good defences for an unevolved Pokemon, as well as good special attack as well. And at level 41 it will evolve into its final form, Gothitelle, which can be found on Route 9 in the Shaken Grass in both Black and Black 2. Its defences will become even higher, becoming a very bulky Pokemon. And also has respectable special attack. It's not the best in the world, but it's pretty good. So for Gothitelle is pretty good. It's a little on the slow side, but because it's so bulky, it doesn't really need to worry about that. It has good coverage moves. It can learn a lot of decent moves, such as Thunderbolt, Energy Ball, Psychic, obviously, Shadow Ball, even Dark Pulse, which is kind of weird. But yeah, it can learn lots of different types of moves, and it's pretty good at what it does. I think it can use dual screens. I might put an annotation if that's wrong. And it also can do some really good attacking as well. You've really got to compare Gothitelle to other psychic types when you consider it. In Black 2 and White 2, it's outclassed by Espeon, as well as Sigilyph to some extent. In Black and White 1, it is pretty good. I would say that Gothitelle is about 4 stars in Black and White 1, but in Black and White 2 I'd only give it 3.5 just because it is outclassed slightly. But that's not to say it's a bad Pokemon, it's pretty good. Another new Pokemon you can find on Route 16 is Solosis. Solosis is a Psychic type and can have the abilities either Overcoat or Magic Guard. Magic Guard probably being the best one of the two. And can have Regenerator as the hidden ability. Magic Guard probably still being better. It can be found on routes 5 and 16 in White and White 2 only, and can also be found in the Strange House in White 2. When looking at its stats, you can see that it's actually pretty bad all across the board, except for its huge special attack. It is so high. It may look, you know, kind of cute and small, but get in the way of that thing's Psy Shock, and it is going to hurt. The only problem is that it is very, very slow, and it has a few problems with that. And I don't think it learns Trick Room through level up, because Solosis would be perfect for Trick Room. At level 32 it will evolve into Duosion, which can be found on Route 9, as well as the Strange House in White and White 2. It has a lot higher stats now. Its defences get a little better. It's still not particularly that great, but its special attack is so high. It's now become base 125, which is like massive, and it's an unevolved Pokemon still, so you know it's seriously big. But at level 41 it will evolve into Reuniclus, which can be found on Route 9 in the Shaken Grass in White and White 2. And when looking at its stats, you can see that its special attack has remained the same, but that's not to say that it's bad, because it's still a very good stat. As well as that, its defences become respectable, and it gets a very, very high HP stat, which makes up for those defences, so it becomes pretty damn bulky. About as bulky as Gothitelle, but probably a little less. However, it's seriously slow, Although you have got to kind of think of it like Reuniclus has 30 more special attack, but 35 less speed, where it has like slightly. It's either slightly more or slightly less bulk. I haven't worked it out really, but so not to try to compare it to Gothitelle, comparing it to other psychic types, Reuniclus is very good. It is very good in Black and White 1. It is a fantastic Pokemon, quite frankly. It's bulky enough to take hits. It's very strong, slow, but you know, Quick Claw's nice. It is a fantastic Pokemon. Has flawless coverage, I'm pretty sure, and can learn a ton of different moves. Reuniclus in Black and White 1 gets 4.5 stars. In Black and White 2, however, it doesn't learn Focus Blast because it's not available until after game, which is a problem because it really does need that move. And as well as that, it's outclassed by Espeon and Sigilyph and even Starmie later on. So Reuniclus really isn't very good in Black and White 2. It's good, but it's not as good as in Black and White 1. So in Black and White 1, it's 4.5 stars. In Black and White 2, I'm going to give it 3 stars. The final new Pokemon you can find on Route 16 is Emolga. Emolga is an electric flying type and can have the ability Static with Motor Drive as a hidden ability. Can be found all over Unova in the Shaking Grass, found in various places, so you know, go looking for it. It's not particularly rare either, 10% of the time. When looking at its stats, you can see that it's very fast, but it's a fully evolved Pokemon and has totally like no defenses whatsoever, and doesn't even have very good attacking stats. It's completely outclassed by every single flying type, every single electric type in both sets of games. On the electric side, it's outclassed by Electros, as well as Zebstrika in Black and White 1, and Galvantula. In Black and White 2, it's outclassed by the same, as well as Electivire. On the flying side, it's outclassed by Unpheasant, it's outclassed by Bravery, even Mandibuzz, and is probably even outclassed by Swoobat as well. So Emolga really is the bottom of the barrel. But it's very fast, so it can be used for some. You know, you could get in there and then Volt Switch out. So it can kind of be useful for that, but Emolga's just not very good. 1.5 stars. Okay, so just got a Pokemon with Strength. I basically am just using that Dwebble that I'm not using on my team. So yeah, let's just use Strength. I'm going to go through the Dark Grass first, just because the Lostlorn Forest is coming up. So I may as well kind of space out the Pokemon reviews instead of just having one big block. So of course, if you do want a Pokemon here, you can find them at slightly higher levels in the Dark Grass over here. Hello, hello. City Pokemon or Pokemon that live in the forest? Which do you prefer? Pokemon that live in the forest, generally. Because there are some pretty good Pokemon there. This is not one of them. I'm thinking more Pokemon like Ursaring and Ursaring, Heracross, that kind of thing. They're all the best Pokemon. Pursuit. You can take that. Wow, that was even without the Eviolite, which I should give Krusty Krab. Fury Swipes. Meh. Not doing anything. Why even bother? Another Bug Bite. Let's go. Take it down. Up to level 26. Catching up, Krusty. Alright, I'll have both kinds of Pokemon, but I don't like losing. I'm sure you don't. Okay, so let's get that Eviolite on there, since he's all caught up now. Where did it go? There it is. Yeah, Krusty Krab. Get rid of the experience share. Let's go for the Eviolite. So there is a tiny mushroom up here, but of course you will know that if you have the Dazzle Machine up. Here is the TM that I really want. This is TM66 for Payback. 50 power Dark type move, but if you move second in the turn, I don't know how it works in triple and double battles though, but if you move second while you are in a single battle, at least, I know that much, it does get upped to 100 power. And with a Pokemon like Conquer, that's fantastic. So let's get rid of Focus Energy. So I'm not really in massive need for that right now. I'm going to kind of shift my moves around a little bit. Gonna put Smack Down where Stealth Rock is, and gonna put Payback where Rock Throw is. There we go. Okay. So, let's head back down and over here. Okay, so what are we seeing? What are we seeing? A Minccino! Alright, I will be honest, I'm actually recording this before I have done the Pokemon review recordings, so I won't know whether I actually remember the... How dare you! I won't know if I remember to say this on the Pokemon review, but I probably will remember, but just in case, I wouldn't use a Minccino that is caught here, just because in the Hidden Grotto on Route 5, you are guaranteed to find a Minccino with Skill Link. Now, Skill Link is amazing, to put it simply. It makes 5 hit moves always hit 5 times. And it gets 3 of those. It gets Rock Blast, as well as Bullet Seed and Tail Slap, its signature move. Bullet Seed and Rock Blast can be learned from the move relearner after you have... well, after you've got there, basically, which is just after the 5th badge. And it's fantastic. However, if you do want to opt for Technician, I wouldn't go to Cute Charm, obviously, but if you do go for Technician, you can get some fighting type coverage with Wake Up Slap, which becomes 90 power, so it's very nice. Of course, if you use a Skill Link Minccino, then I probably, as well as that moveset, go for something like, I don't know, Sing or Aqua Tail's quite nice from the move tutor later on. You know, that you have many options. Cinccino's a great Pokemon. I'm probably going to give it a high rating on my review, but as I've said, I haven't done it yet, so I don't know. Ugh, stupid Hypnosis. Come on. Come on, Krusty. This Watchog cannot touch me. So, oh, okay, Super Fang. Maybe it can. Come on, Krusty. Super Fang again. Come on! Super Fang again! There we go. Oh, I'm almost saw a hit myself coming there. Oh well. Almost level 27. Oh, it no longer feels like an oasis if I lose. That is true. Okay, so let's just use these potions. I got them free and they're going to heal him up exactly. Up to 69 LP. I mean HP. Keep doing that. Giggity, of course. Here's another in the new Pokemon, Gothita. I'm just going to take this out just so I can get up to level 27. There we go. Oh, what berry did that have? I didn't even see that. It had some sort of berry. I'll have to look that up. Let's go for Ignite up front. And I don't have anything with Cut. Can anything on my team learn Cut? I don't think so, but we'll have a look. Oh, that Dwebble can. Awesome. You can be a mini HM slave for a little while, other crusty crap. Since I don't really have any other need for you. I don't think Duot can learn any TMs apart from... HMs apart from Surf and Waterfall, I think. And anyway, there's a Heal Ball here. So if you don't have Cut, and you don't have a Pokemon that can learn Cut, or it's one of your main Pokemon, it's not exactly much to worry about. Okay, so here is the Lostlorn Forest. There are some pretty incredible Pokemon here, and I'm not kidding. Unfortunately, there is a freaking Pokemon breeder here, so you've got to kind of walk on eggshells when you go past him. Galen or Gallon or whatever, I don't know what the hell he's called. So he's got a Tranquil regardless. Let's just take this thing on. Go for a Flame Burst. Detect. How freaking dare you? How dare you do that to me? Just seriously, what's wrong with you? Oh, come on. I can't be dealing with this. There we go. What else do you have? Isn't it a Lipid or something? I'm pretty sure this guy's got a Lipid. Sorry, I'm not pressing A. Yeah, I could. Okay, well, let's go into Conquer, since he's very close to level... Well, he's... Okay, I was about to say he's getting quite close to level 28, but I meant to say he's quite close to learning Bulk Up, which is one of the moves that I said I wanted. Fake Out. Alright, let's just go for another one. Torment. I should probably one-hit KO that thing with basically no problems. Just because it's that weak defensively. Yep, no problem. And even if it did survive, I have low kick, so... Well, nice amount of experience. I've still got a long way to go. I'll be raising my Pokémon. Well, I would be hoping you would. Okay, so let's... Whoops. I want to put Conquer up front. Try and get him that bulk up. Alright, so I'm going to get this item, which is an Ultra Ball. And while I am just... Well, I don't know why I'm saying while I am, but I think I will do the Pokemon reviews for this place and gear up, because there's quite a few of them. I'll see you in a sec. One of the new Pokemon you can find in the Lostlorn Forest is Roselia. Roselia is a grass poison type and can have the abilities either Natural Cure or Poison Point, with Leaf Guard as a hidden ability. Can be found in Route 12, the Lostlorn Forest and Victory Road in Black and White 2. And in Black and White 1 it can only be found in the White Forest as a Badoo, so you must evolve it through Happiness and during the day. When looking at its stats, you can see that it is meant to be... It is a typical grass type. It's got high special attack, decent special defense, and is okay fast for an unevolved Pokemon. Even in Gen 3 when it was fully evolved it was pretty good. But in Gen 4 it did get an evolution, and so when you use a shiny stone with it, it will evolve into Roserade, which can be found on Route 12 as well as the Abundant Shrine and Victory Road in the Shaken Grass. When looking at Roserade's stats, you can see that its special attack is very high. Also has very high special defense and is pretty fast as well. However, on the physical side, defensively it is useless. It cannot take hits at all. But on the special side it really can take hits. It's not got very high HP, but you know, that special defense really does bolster those hits. I meant to say buffer, I don't know why I said bolster, but anyway. Yeah, so Roserade is kinda struggles for coverage, because the best it has is grass type moves, really. Because you can teach it Venoshock and then either combine that with Toxic Spikes or Poison Point, which can kind of work. But Venoshock should be taught anyway, regardless of if you use a strategy. And then for a final move, it really has no options. It has Shadow Ball and then Weather Ball. Weather Ball can be nice because you can teach it Weather Ball and then have Sunny Day. Unfortunately, Roserade doesn't get Chlorophyll, but that's not to say it's bad, because Weather Ball will become a 100 power Fire type move, which can help, you know, take out everything that it, well, not almost everything that it's weak to, such as, well, it's not weak to Bug, but, you know, Grass isn't particularly good against Bug, as well as other types. So, I couldn't think of any. So, yeah, Roserade is good, and if you teach it Weather Ball and use it in combination with Sunny Day, it's pretty good. Alternatively, if you do want to not bother with the Weather Ball, you can just teach it Shadow Ball and then give it a move such as Toxic Spikes or Grass Whistle or Stun Spore. It learns those. Sleep Powder unfortunately is an egg move, but anyway. So Roserade is good, and it's a very good grass type. I'd say that it's as good as Lilligant. Roserade obviously doesn't have a boosting move. It has Growth, actually. You can teach it Growth in that 4th slot. But yeah, Roserade is as good as Lilligant, I'd say. So Roserade gets 4.5 stars. Another new Pokemon you can find in the Lostlorn Forest is Combee. Combee is a bug flying type and can have the ability Honey Gather with Hustle as a hidden ability. Can be found on Route 12 as well as the Lostlorn Forest and the Hidden Grotto there. Obviously Lostlorn Forest and Hidden Grotto are only in Black 2 and White 2. When looking at its stats, you can see that it's kind of defensive. I mean, it's got higher defences and it has offences, and is pretty fast as well. To evolve it into a Vespiquen, you've got to level it up to level 21, but it must be a female. If it is a male, it will never evolve. But if it has evolved into Vespiquen, which can be found on Route 12 in the Shaken Grass, as well as Lostlorn Forest in the Shaken Grass in Black 2 and White 2. Its Honey Gather ability will turn into Pressure, and Hustle will turn into Unnerve. So Pressure's probably better because it is meant to be a defensive Pokemon, as you can tell from its stats. Its HP isn't particularly high, but those defences are quite good. Doesn't have a very good defensive typing, however. It's quite weak to Rock, is weak to Ice and Fire and Electric, which are very common types. On the offensive side, it's not the best, but it's certainly far from bad, as it can learn its 3 unique moves. It can learn Attack Order, which is a very, very good Bug-type move and should be taught regardless. It can also learn Defend Order, which is kind of nice, as well as Heal Order, but that's not so good. It can also learn Power Gem, which is a good move for it. It can also learn moves such as Acrobatics, which is a fantastic move for it. And yeah, other types. It is a good Pokemon. Vespiquen is very underused, and it's difficult to understand why. I mean, it's very slow, isn't particularly powerful, but it is still pretty good. It's better than most bug types, quite frankly. It's outclassed by the 2 bug types you find here. Well, 1, because it's version exclusives. But yeah, so Vespiquen. Well, actually, you find Venipede here as well. I'm rambling. Vespiquen's good. I would give it around about 3 stars. 1 open bracket 3 close bracket of the new Pokemon you can find in Lostlorn Forest is Pansage, Pansear, and Panpour. They are a Grass, Fire, and Water type. They are each 3 Pokemon. They all have the same stats and can be found at the Lostlorn Forest as well as Pinwheel Forest in the Shaken Grass in all 4 games. And in Black and White 1 it can be found in, well, it can be given to you as a gift in the Dream Yard depending on what your starter was. If you chose a Snivy, you will get a Panpour. If you chose Tepig, you will get a Pansage, and if you chose Oshawott, you will get a Pansear. When looking at its stats, it's very plain. It's fast, but it's kind of weak defensively and has low attacking stats. Having said that, it's got very balanced stats, particularly for Panpour. Panpour's got a very good stat arrangement. Obviously, being a water type, is usually quite balanced. To evolve them into their respective evolutions, you're going to need to use a Leaf Stone, a Fire Stone, or a Water Stone, depending on your Pokemon. And they will evolve into Simisage, Simisear, or Simipour. And then when looking at those Pokemon stats, they will have very high speed. Well, not very high actually, but pretty good. As well as very good mixed attacking stats. Weak defensively, however. In Black and White 1, first of all, in the beginning stages of the game, these 3 Pokemon are insanely good. They will evolve very early because you can get the respective evolutionary stone around about just before the 3rd badge. And at level 22, well, actually, you should keep it as your lower monkey until level 22. And at level 22, it will either learn Seed Bomb as a Pansage, it will learn Flame Burst as a Pansear, and Scald as a Panpour. Now these are seriously overpowered moves. Like, seriously overpowered moves. They're going to do serious damage to anything that comes in, regardless of whether it resists it or not. So, and when they evolve, it's going to do even more damage, especially because you can evolve them so early. But yeah, I mean, it's the same principle in Black and White 2, but you get them much later, which is kind of a problem. But anyway, so when considering them, they have very good mixed attacking stats and can learn a huge array of moves, learning moves such as Rock Slide, Acrobatics. If you've got Simipour, it can learn Ice Beam. Yeah, they're generally good Pokemon. I would say that Simisage and Simisear are about 3 stars, but Simipour is about 3.5, just because there aren't so many good water types in these 4 games, and yeah, they're pretty good Pokemon. I would recommend them. Another new Pokemon you can find in the Lostlorn Forest is Pinsir. Pinsir is a bug type and can have the ability Hyper Cutter or Mold Breaker with Moxie as a hidden ability. Can be found on Route 12 in Black and White 1 as well as Black and White 2, and in Black and White 2 it can also be found in the Lostlorn Forest, and as well as a hidden grotto there. In White 2 it's usually only found in White 2 only, in both Route 12 and Lostlorn Forest. But in the Hidden Grotto it can be found in both games. In Black 2 it can be found in the Hidden Grotto there. And it will have its hidden ability Moxie. It doesn't evolve, but that doesn't matter because Pinsir is a fantastic Pokemon, especially when looking at those stats. Has very high attack power, has pretty good defences on the physical side anyway, on the special side not so much. And is also decently fast. It's not particularly fast, but it's pretty fast. When considering Pinsir to other bug types, it is very good. It has very high stats and a good stat arrangement. It outclasses Pokemon such as Scolipede, Leavanny and Galvantula later on. And it can learn a wide array of moves, such as its respective bug type move, as well as Close Combat, Earthquake, Stone Edge. It can learn all the obligatory moves. It's a fantastic Pokemon and well worth considering. I would personally give Pinsir about 4 stars, however, just because it primarily learns fighting type moves and doesn't learn a bug type one for quite a while. But it obviously isn't a fighting type, which is a problem for it. But it's still good, and I would give it around about 4 stars. The final new Pokemon you can find in the Lostlorn Forest is Heracross. Heracross is a bug fighting type and can have the abilities Swarm or Guts, with Moxie as a hidden ability. Can be found on Route 12 in all, it can be found in Route 12 on Black and White 1, as well as Black 2, and can be found in the Lostlorn Forest as well as the Hidden Grotto there in Black 2. In White 2 it can only be found in the Lostlorn Forest Hidden Grotto, where it will have its hidden ability Moxie. When considering Heracross's stats, you can see that it's got a fairly similar stat arrangement to Pinsir, apart from it puts a lot of its it takes a lot out of its defense to juice up its special defense and HP. And because of that, it has a fantastic stat arrangement. It is fast, not amazingly fast, but it's fast enough. Has huge attack power and has very good defenses, and also has a relatively good defensive typing. It's not incredible, but it's pretty good. As well as its special attack is completely dismal, which is good because it's not supposed to use its special attack. Heracross is one of only 5 Pokemon in this entire LP that will get a full 5-star review. One of them was Darmanitan, the other one was Braviary. This one's Heracross, and there will be 2 more in this LP, so look out for them. But Heracross is fantastic. It is the perfect Pokemon. With Moxie, it is so good. It is unbelievably good. With Guts, it's still as good. I would definitely say get Guts over Swarm, but Swarm is good too, but Guts is obviously much better. Obviously because Burn doesn't cripple it, it doesn't care about poison, and it doesn't really care about paralysis either, to be honest, because it's not hugely fast. It's fast enough, but it's not hugely fast. It can also learn Brick Break pretty much when you catch it. It learns Close Combat at level 34, I think. It might be, it's something around that level, but it's very good because that is a seriously overpowered move to learn so early. It can also learn Stone Edge or Rock Slide, which is good for it. That's a pretty much compulsory move for it because it gives it a lot of coverage on flying types, for example. It can also learn Dig and Earthquake, which are very good moves for it, as well as Night Slash if you take it to the Move Relearner, which is also a good move for it because it covers Psychic types as well as Ghost types. Ghost types it particularly struggles with. But it doesn't really learn any bug type moves until level 53 ? When it learns Mega Horn, which is a perfect move for it. It's so good. But it does learn Bug Bite if you take it to the Drift Veil Move Tutor, which is a pretty much compulsory move until you get that Mega Horn. But Heracross is so good. So good. It is unbelievably good. Gets the full 5 stars. Totally just amazing. Okay, so let's move on through the forest. Conker's up front. Yep. It's all good. Oh, there's Shaking Grass. I wonder if I can get to it. Maybe see one of the new Pokemon in the Shaking Grass. Yep. Cool. What do we have? Oh, a Vespiquen. Cool. So you can find Vespiquen here. which is kind of nice because female combi are quite rare. Of course, it is quite rare to find a Vespiquen in the shaking grass. Typical that I have to miss with freaking rock throw, and it has pressure as well, so it's draining my PP. How frustrating. Down it goes. Yeah, I don't really need a Vespiquen. I thought about using it actually, because it's a pretty good Pokemon, to be quite honest with you. Okay, we are totally in sync. Using our amazing connection, I will teach you all about rangers. Please do. So, oh, Serenity, what an interesting name. I like it. A Trubbish. Okay, fine. Presuming this thing's going to be faster than me. Good. Looks like I'm going to need that extra power. Stupid stockpile. Alright, let's go for payback. Wow, that was really strong. Oh, please poison me. That'd be perfect. Nope, no such luck. But at least it critted, I guess. Ugh, stupid crits. Annoying the hell out of me. Oh, I think it's bulk up at level 29 actually. Or something like that, I don't remember. Do you know this berry? Yes, I do, it's a Petra berry. Listen carefully. You may hear the sound of breathing Pokemon and plants. Well, I may hear the sound of breathing Pokemon, but somehow I don't think I'll be hearing plants. Alright, so here, if you are using a... well, if you caught a Pansage here, you can find a Leaf Stone right there, which is useful for evolving it. I wouldn't... Well, I'm not sure what kind of moves it learns straight away, but oh yeah, that hidden item's up there, so I wouldn't worry about it. But I don't think it's very wise to evolve Pansage straight away. I think. I don't remember. I know the levels of the Pokemon are fairly high here. It will have Seed Bomb already, so... Okay, so this guy's got an Emolga. This is nice practice for the gym, as this annoying rat thing is just frustrating. Its typing is as frustrating as can be, because it's practically only weak to rock at this point. Its only real weaknesses are rock and ice, and you won't have ice at this point. So you just got to run with rock. Luckily though, as there will be some in the gym, don't worry. Luckily though, there are some... there is a rock type TM that you can get at the desert resort. Well, not specifically at the desert resort, but you can catch, yeah, nice. I saw the ball and I was thinking catch. You can get yourself a TM in the Relic Castle, but I'll cover that, don't worry. Hello. Hi trainer, you have a Pokédex I see. I'm a traveller. I enjoy trekking around the world and talking with various people. By the way, do you know a Pokemon called Zoroark? As a matter of fact, I do. Are you all armed with knowledge so it won't trick you? Armed. It's your choice to trust it and be tricked, or to live in doubt. I enjoyed talking with you. This is a small present. So he gives you the TM for Snarl, TM95, which was a TM that was unobtainable in the original game. It was planned to be in there, but it was never released. They say Zoroark settled in around here around 2 years ago. It changed the appearance of this grassland with its illusion ability, and tricked people and Pokemon. Yeah, it's interesting to note that if you never did the Zoroark event in Black and White 1, you would never see this part of Lostlorn Forest. This part of Lostlorn Forest that you're seeing now, this back part, was only available once you had caught that Zoroark, so it's kind of nice that they've expanded it. It's an outrageous rumour, but a rumour has some truth in it. Every rumour has a kernel of truth to it. Didn't you just say that? Whoa! Okay, so that was Zoroark. Off it goes. Right, so the very final piece of interest is right here. Now, these are called Hidden Grottos. These will get a full explanation on Route 5, but I don't think many people necessarily visit the Lostlorn Forest before taking on the gym. But I am, so I've come here before going to Route 5, which is the logical order in my head. But anyway, these are Hidden Grottos. Now, you will see these because they have that kind of extra leafy bit, as opposed to, say, well, there are no examples. How frustrating. But yeah, they're here, they're between two trees, and they will contain either an item, can be hidden, or a Pokemon that will have its Dream World ability, or its hidden ability, whatever you want to call it. Now, some of these Hidden Grotto Pokemon are incredible, and I am not kidding, especially two of the ones in here, because they are amazing. However, basically these Hidden Grottos regenerate every so often. They have a 5% of regenerating after you have taken 256 steps. And again, well, not again, but you can only find a Pokemon in that 5% of the regeneration 20% of the time. The other 80% is an item. So these Pokemon can take a very, very long time to appear. However, if you are lucky enough, you can find some amazing ones. The last time I actually came here, because obviously I lost all my footage, and I'd obviously come through here before, there was a Combee with its hidden ability. So what are we going to have this time? Oh look, it's a Combee! Alright, so here's a Combee. It's a male one. How disgraceful. So obviously this one won't really have any use to you at all. You'll only want the female one, because otherwise it won't evolve. What's also interesting to note, that not just for Combee, but for any female Pokemon that have its hidden ability, they can pass their hidden ability 30% of the time, I think it's 30, onto their offspring through breeding. Males can't do that, which is kind of annoying. But it's a good way to pass down like egg moves to Dream World ability Pokemon. Anyway, as for this Hidden Grotto, you can find Combee with Hustle, as you just saw. You can find Leavanny with, I think it's Chlorophyll. No, it's not Chlorophyll. I'm going to have to look at that. Just a sec. But the two Pokemon that you definitely need to worry about. Oh, that Leavanny has Overcoat, which is fairly useless. But you can find Pinsir and Heracross with Moxie. Now, this is incredible, especially the Heracross. However, you can actually find both of these in both games. However, they're very rare. But yeah, Moxie is an ability, as Sandile and Scraggy can have, that once you've knocked out a Pokemon, its attack raises. Now, this can be incredible for a Pokemon like Pinsir or Heracross, because they have monstrous attack stats as it is. They also have, well, Heracross in particular has some very, very high powered stab moves, as well as some high powered coverage moves as well. Obviously Pinsir's not as good, but it's good to have that extra power, because Pinsir obviously doesn't really have a high powered stab move, because all it gets is X Scissor, as opposed to like what was I going to say? Heracross, who gets Mega Horn. However, while Pinsir gets Hyper Cutter, or I think it's Mold Breaker, which are two okay abilities, Heracross in particular has an ability that can actually rival Moxie in usefulness, which is Guts. So if you want to go for a Heracross, you're not all that bad getting a Guts Heracross, because it's still pretty good. A Guts Heracross can be fantastic, especially when you get the Toxic and Flame Orb, or the Toxic or Flame Orb later on. So yeah, I mean, the choice is yours, but those Pokemon do take a long time to find, and especially to regenerate, so it may not always be worth it, but they can be incredible. Anyway, so I have rambled enough about Hidden Grotto Pokemon in this episode, but yeah, we're going to be getting a full explanation of that once we've taken on the gym and we're going on to Route 5. As for the next episode though, we'll be heading to the Desert Resort and covering it fully, and I'll be getting my next Pokemon. We'll see what that is on the next episode. So until then, see you next time guys.